former Oklahoma U.S. Senator dies, Oklahoma City officials agree on a settlement for the family of a man killed by police. Tulsa University's head football coach is no more, and early celebrations following an upset win this weekend earns Oklahoma University a $200,000 fine. This is the KGOU AM News Brief for Monday, November 25th. I'm Jim Johnson. Former U.S. Senator from Oklahoma Fred Harris has died. He was 94 years old. KGOU's Logan Layden has more on Harris's leadership and legacy.
In the United States Senate, I will fight for the interests of Oklahoma cattlemen and farmers.
Democrat Fred Harris in a campaign ad during his run for U.S. Senate in 1964.
The man from Oklahoma is a man of common sense. You vote for Fred R. Harris with a vote of confidence.
Harris's national prominence began with that successful campaign to replace powerful Senator Robert S. Kerr, who died in office, beating legendary OU football coach Bud Wilkinson in the process, and continued into unsuccessful runs for president in 1972 and 1976. Harris, a liberal Democrat who fought against poverty and racial discrimination, had been living in New Mexico for decades after the end of his political career. Harris's wife told the Associated Press he died peacefully of natural causes. In Oklahoma City, I'm Logan Layden.
Oklahoma City has agreed to pay more than $1 million to the family of a man killed by police. KGOU's Hannah France has more on the settlement for the 2020 fatal police shooting of Benny Edwards.
The Oklahoma City Council approved over $1 million to settle a civil lawsuit filed by the family of Benny Edwards, who was shot and killed by Oklahoma City police officers on December 11, 2020. Police were responding to a complaint Edwards was bothering customers at a store in northeast Oklahoma City when they found him with a knife outside the business. The situation escalated and ended with Edwards running away and officers shooting him in the back, killing him. Edwards, who was 60 years old at the time, was experiencing homelessness and had a history of mental illness. The Oklahoma County District Attorney at the time, David Prater, charged Sergeant Clifford Holman with first-degree murder for his role in Edwards' death. However, Prater's successor, Vicky Behenna, dismissed the charge in 2023. I'm Hannah France.
The University of Tulsa has fired its head football coach. Kevin Wilson's removal follows a 63-30 loss to South Florida on Saturday. Wilson led the Golden Hurricanes for 2 seasons, earning just 7 wins and 16 losses. Prior to his brief stint at Tulsa, Wilson served as head coach at Indiana and was the offensive coordinator at both Ohio State and Oklahoma. Wide receivers coach Ryan Switzer will serve as the interim head coach for Tulsa's season finale on Saturday against Florida Atlantic. School officials say the search for a permanent replacement has already begun. And the University of Oklahoma faces a $200,000 fine from the SEC. The Southeastern Conference says the school was in violation of the league's quote, access to competition area policy at Saturday's game against Alabama. Oklahoma City's Eyewitness News 5 reports that OU incurred a $100,000 fine for a first offense and an additional fine when fans came onto the field prior to the game's end. The Sooners beat the 7th-ranked Crimson Tide 24-3. This is KGOU. Find out more about this public media service on our website, kgou.org.
No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.